Hey, House Church. Happy Thursday morning to you. I just want to say personally that I had a really great time at House Church last night. Enjoyed the fellowship, enjoyed the conversation, enjoyed the company, and just feels good to have a group of people that we can be really honest with and kind of open our hearts and our lives to. So thank you for being that for us. If you missed, I kind of want to use the couple minutes here that I have on the video here to get everybody on the same page about what we're doing kind of the next few weeks around House Church. Most of you, if you've been around for any length of time, will remember that in December we started a process of thinking through how all of the Bloom values that we have kind of pile into our lives personally and how it boils down to the individual member at Bloom. So we talked about how these values of community, spiritual formation, the sacredness of work, and shalom, what that boils down to in an individual person's life is that as they are formed for the purposes of God in the world, they become agents of change and blessing, bringing concrete goodness to bear in the world. And so what I started doing in December was kind of walking us through a process of this thing called the apostolate, which was basically a way of identifying the things that are in our hands right now that we can steward for the common good and for the glory of God. And my goal was that when we took Christmas break and then reconvened in January, that several of you would have one or two things that you were like, yes, I want to do this. And so we kind of started talking about that a couple weeks ago and then had a more in-depth conversation about it last night. And it seemed like for most people, the process that was articulated in that apostolate sheet was just either too big or unwieldy to really put into motion in a big way. Like how long do you commit for? 3 months, 6 months, 1 year? Is this like everything, or is it one small thing, or what is it? And so it was kind of in the middle of our conversation that Amy Dodds had the really brilliant suggestion. What might be really helpful is just like undertaking a small experiment with all of this stuff during Lent, as a house church, and just kind of seeing how it goes. Which I thought I'd never considered that possibility, and thought that was really just a stroke of genius, a really truly brilliant suggestion. So what we're doing in house church then over Lent is I've created this little sheet. It's sort of a newly formatted apostolate document that I think is maybe just a tad more clear. And I've uploaded it on our on the Art and Bloom House Church Facebook page. And what we're doing during Lent is I want to challenge all of us. You don't have to do this, obviously, but I really, 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 really want to challenge all of us to spend some time thinking through this document and just asking ourselves the question, okay, so what is it that I have? Like where in life has God placed me? What are the circumstances that He's placed me in, the relationships that He's placed me in, the geographical location that He's placed me in, the time, talent, resources, special abilities that He's given me? Like, what is in my hands right now that over the next 6 weeks I could take something that's in my hands right now and leverage in some very specific way to bring more of God's goodness to bear in the world? Goodness always has a catalytic effect. And so whenever we intend the good into the world, it winds up having a sort of catalytic, almost domino effect. It creates more good in the world. It actually changes things. Like, it actually makes space for the kingdom of God. So it could be anything. It could be that we're deciding to take a relationship with a coworker who's far from Christ more seriously. It could be that we decide to maybe integrate some special talent we have with the current work that we're doing. Could be that we just decide to take our specific work more seriously as a glory unto God and an act of worship. And maybe there's a couple new things that we do at our jobs that add value to the things that we're doing. Could be that we decide to take our relationships with our children, those of us that have kids, Tomlinsons, Arndts, Bakers, that we decide to take our relationship just with our kids more seriously, deepen our relationships with them. Could be that we decide to take our relationship with our spouses more seriously for those of us that are married. Just leveraging the things that we have at our disposal to add value into the relationship. It could be anything. Could be that you get involved with some big initiative of social justice, mercy, either here in the city of Denver or abroad. Could be that you, I don't know, give a bunch of money away. Who knows? Like, it could be anything. But what I want us to do is just think about what that is. And then during Lent, like the next time we gather, we'll share kind of what we've decided to do. And at that point, which will be two Wednesdays from now, from last Wednesday. We'll share what we've been doing and just spend Lent kind of holding each other accountable to that. So I think it'd be a really cool and interesting experiment. Next Wednesday, the reason that we're not gathering is because next Wednesday is Ash Wednesday, so there's no house church happening at all at Bloom next week. Everybody's gathering at the church down at Hope for an Ash Wednesday service. So we'll see each other there. Maybe we can all kind of sit around each other or whatever. And then the next week when we gather, we'll share kind of what we're doing and stuff. So that's the scoop. Do let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Like I said, I really want to challenge everybody to do this. And I think I'm actually going to challenge most of Bloom to do this Sunday. I just think it'd be a really cool experiment and bringing the good to bear in the world using the stuff that we have to do that. So that's the scoop. Love you guys a lot. Let me know if you have questions. Sorry for the long video. See you. See, you give a good video and then you get tangled up in your words at the end. See ya soon.